You've stumbled into another nostalgic void. Drifting, searching with your rose-colored glasses. Fear not. What an Oddcast is here to guide you. With hosts Jared Minikheim, Anthony Denny, Michael Kennedy, and Sven Magnuson. Stay odd and hold on tight.
Also, for all you listeners, I brought this up to them last night because I wanted to throw it in this episode here. I was offered to do a porn, and I didn't do it, but it was offered. Just because life is content.
As is the correct thing. If someone says, hey, you want to be in porn? You say no.
No, so hang on. That is only true of Jared's current position. Because, like, if we were back in the States and someone said, like, someone came up to me tomorrow and was like, hey, I'd be like, where do I sign and how much is I'm going to have to cost for health insurance? So.
Yeah, you know.
I don't, but it's fine.
It just when it was because in my mind initially I'd never agreed to it. It was very much just a conversation of like, okay, this is an interesting. I don't know where this is headed. And then in my mind, as this conversation was going, I went, well, my face won't be on camera, so who the fuck would actually know it's me?
Me.
Until they take your kidney away, and you.
I would.
They take your money, your kidney, and you're just stuck in a ditch in the forest of Guam.
And that would have fit my life, if we're gonna be honest. that would be something that I would do.
I also need to give Jared proper shit on one thing that I have. Jared, just so we're aware in full transparency, basically there's like 3 of my coworkers know that your entire life story. 2 of my work wives and one, well, what my work wife, my work brother, and my work grandmother, just because like they were all besides, and I'm not including Alex in that because she just kind of gets everything secondhand. Know the story. And when I was talking, you sent this message. It's like, yeah, I downloaded a dating app for a while. I'm pretty sure, like, I get getting the big sads because I do it sometimes too for 5 minutes just to see what's out there. But and Anthony can correct me if I'm wrong here, but didn't he swear off women forever? Anthony, hasn't he said that multiple times?
Only a couple times.
Only a couple times, and you're gonna go ahead and download Guamation Tinder just to kind of taste the local flavor, and then you, as a, I'm not done. You shut up. I'm not done. And then you, as a white boy, as Huaylo, as the Japanese would call you, are going to download that and not expect to get completely taken advantage of as a white boy in Guam.
Hey, you know.
Didn't it hasn't redacted also said, hey, you gots to be careful because they're looking to tie you down because you're white.
No. Correction. Redacted is that way with women here because they are more than willing to tie down the military boys because of them paychecks.
You are guilty by association because you hang out. Well, you're married to the military boy. So I just had to give you proper shit for that. Had to get proper. No, you might as well just be domestic partners at this point. You're a housewife. You're a homemaker. It's fine.
I am.
If you baked him cookies, it would not surprise me.
Well, I did make cookies from scratch.
There we go. I was waiting for it. I fucking was waiting for it. Good for you,
sir.
Good
and goulash last night. So
listen, there's nothing more than a hardworking military man loves than coming home to a home cooked meal. So.
I've heard that a few times. So yeah.
All right, we need to get off this topic. It's very boring to me now because we've given it proper shit. I'm sorry. We need to actually start an episode. Otherwise, I'm going to lose my goddamn mind because a lot of shit's happened this week. So.
All right. Well, here we go. What is happening?
Is this episode 300 or 301 that we're recording? Kind of. Is it still 300?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Welcome back to Oddcast, episode 300.1 after our odd stories. I'm your intro man, Maverick.
I'm the one wearing a mask, Anthony, on Rippy.
And I'm the one who never gets picked, Jared Medicam.
Why did you swear? It's the same intro every time.
I messed up my line.
Oh, it's fine. Oh, I thought it was Jared that swore.
No, that was me.
Guys, guess what?
What?
There was another Bigfoot sighting in Michigan.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, good thing I have my
Bigfoot tracker up.
database.
Yeah, this time it was like in Three Rivers, and they were father and son were like fishing or some shit. And I'm only bringing it up because it's like one of those things where like, yeah, once you see a Bigfoot, you see all the Bigfoots, right? So
the big feet.
The big feets beat me to it. So beat me to it. Another Bigfoot sighting. Probably a class B, if we're being honest. I don't think it was quite a class A.
It was a class A.
God damn it. This is so fucking stupid. It's so stupid.
Today, father and son fishermen have close-up encounter with Bigfoot halfway between Toledo and Detroit.
Yep, over by Three Rivers. So he's moving that away, going towards Ohio. Not sure why. Nothing in Ohio for him. He might be trying to get back to Canada, though, right? He might be a true Sasquatch from Saskatchewan.
Is it my cousin?
No, that's not why. No,
because we might be going to Ohio, so that's worrying.
That's funny.
He's there to
shit, right?
Have the biggest, hairiest man.
He knows.
Please no.
He's gonna be like, I'm gonna steal your husband.
Or steal him. He's like, I'm here for your toes.
I got this fucking thing in my neck right here, and it always pisses me off because it's like this patch of fucking hair that grows by itself. Like, it's not connected. This should be here.
That's how broken your body is.
You just glue it. That's fine.
Just like you rip it out.
Just glue it. That's fine.
I normally shave it off. Well, apparently, I've been fucking crack-a-lacking. If I move it this way, there we go.
So, last day weekend, and besides the shenanigans that happen with everyone being over, and I always need a vacation after everyone's over. I love you all to death, but sometimes you just
long
need...
weekend.
Fucking really was. We went and saw Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, and we took Sven. And neither one of them had seen like any of the Mission Impossibles except for Anthony. I think seen Rogue Nation, right?
11.
I had seen them all because I recently binged them all. So I was like giving them kind of the rundown of what happened. And I swear to God, the first 5 minutes of the movie are basically exactly what I told them in the car ride there. And it was, besides the ending, such a good movie. God, it was such a good movie. Would recommend, even if you've never seen any of the Mission Impossibles, you don't need to see any of the Mission Impossibles. What I was telling, they tie in everything. Tom Cruise brings back some no-name actor who had like 4 lines in a movie as a major player in this movie. It's so. Have you seen any of the Mission Impossibles?
Yes,
Jared.
Yeah,
I've seen all of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I spoil something for you real quick?
Go for it. It'll be
so you remember it is like the most iconic scene where he is like hanging suspended from a wire on like pressure point glass, and it's in a secured vault in Langley called the Black Vault because he's looking for the knock list.
Okay.
The actor that is playing like the deputy there, who's like actually the one in charge of the computers and everything, right? They bring his ass back after he let the knock list get out. Langley fired him and shipped him off to like the fucking Alaska, and like he comes back and he's a major fucking player in this movie. It is so fucking good, Jared. It's so fucking good. The only thing that we are missing is because Philip Seymour Hoffman, may he rest in peace. Yes. He was, he was, because he died, and so they had to bring in like different villains, and you can clearly see how Gabriel, who's the villain of the last one and this one, was supposed to be Philip Seymour Hoffman, because I was trying to explain to Anthony just how much of a maniacal menace Philip Seymour Hoffman is when he is the villain, just like a perfect on-screen villain, the biggest fucking asshole in the world. So yeah, and so it's just a great movie. Tom Cruise does a lot of amazing stuff. I didn't really like the ending because the ending kind of ends how, when they started realizing this was going to be a longer franchise in like MI4, how they all kind of meet up in Trafalgar Square in Paris.
Yeah,
that's where it all ends. There is. Right. We need to talk about two things though, Anthony. We need to talk about the submarine and the second submarine. And so we're going to talk about the first submarine screen, right?
Spoilers for Mission Impossible.
Yeah, there is. What I'm going to say is mommy. Just like this beautiful buff woman on a submarine. If you've seen Alien Covenant, she plays the wife of the commander who dies and is like,
oh, okay, yeah,
like, yeah. So she's
also in Andor. She plays the bad lady, or that doesn't specify, the one who gets the other guy's brain wiped.
And y'all, I would let her toss me around any day, just like Oh, and there's also the captain of the submarine. The captain of the submarine is like just a buff black dude, right? The funniest fucking man you'll ever fucking meet. Like just deadpan humor. It's so fucking funny. It's so good. Just like no nonsense. Like, yeah, absolutely. It's just fucking great. And then Tom Cruise is basically after an artificial intelligence in a submarine that sank in the ocean, right? That's the whole point of the ending of the last movie of Dead Reckoning.
The last one, right? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. We get there, and it is 30 minutes of the most stressful, loudest, like vibrating in your skull as the submarine starts to roll and rock, and there's torpedoes and active ammunition. It is just the most stressful fucking situation, and I didn't fucking need it.
I agree. It was awful. Now, for those who do not know about Anthony has something called thalassophobia, which is the fear of deep, large bodies of open water.
Yes, so a very rational fear. Yeah, you're in fucking Guam.
Oh, I know.
So much so that when we go to up north, there's a lake that we took a boat on, and everyone's like, "Hey, we're gonna jump in the water," and everyone's jumping in the water. And I'm like, "I'm gonna stay on the boat."
Like, fuck, we are.
I got on the ladder, and I'm like, I physically cannot move down, and I just climbed back up.
See, mine is with the ocean. Like I could swim in a pond, I could swim in a lake, but the ocean, I refuse to go into an ocean. When we were out fishing on the boat, I was death gripping the entire time as I looked out over the ocean and thought, if I somehow fall off this boat, I'm just gonna die. There's gonna be something in this fucking ocean. No, get me back to land.
This ain't it.
Do you ever watch like Deadliest Catch and you're like, why? How does boat and waves work like that? Boat waves shouldn't work like that. So
boat should not go below.
Yeah, boat. How wave boat through up down? How? No. See, I don't have that fear of either one for you guys. What I do have a fear is being like stuck underwater, encased in ice, which is what happens in this movie. So, because it's the Arctic Ocean they're in. So, yeah, it's fucking bad, man. It's real fucking bad.
It's crazy.
To the point where I got up and went to pee halfway through this and came back and he was still in the fucking submarine.
I now like I don't get uncomfortable in movies because I'm autistic and I can separate like my
Yeah.
brain can separate like reality from everything like that. I don't know if it's because it was the theater and it was quiet and you could just feel everything, but I'm like
surround sound.
I'm sitting there like mm-mm. Like I'm shaking my head like I was getting antsy at this underwater scene. Like, nope,
There's one point where the submarine's starting to fall because he's like moving around in it, right? So it's starting to fall the cliff. He's got to escape. He can't get out the door because the submarine is now rolled. So he tries to get out the torpedo tube, and so like he opens the first torpedo tube, torpedo in it. Fuck. He opens the second torpedo tube. He can't get through with all his gear, so he's got to physically remove his gear with a knife and swim basically buck-ass naked in the Arctic Ocean, hoping to get free. So, it's so good though. Such a good fucking movie. How the main antagonist dies, I will not spoil it for you, but like the last 10 minutes, because Gabriel, you know who Gabriel is. He's
Yes.
Gabriel.
Yep. He the way he ends up dying, fucking hilarious.
It was great.
You'd never see it coming. You could guess 1,000 things, and you'd never be like, that is not how I thought that man would die. Like at all, like an instant death too. Like I'll give you a little spoiler. It's not. He doesn't fall from a plane because they have like in the commercials they have like the dogfight going on where Tom Cruise is on like the biplane. It's not how he dies.
Nope.
So it's fucking amazing. So
Okay. Oh, well, I mean, overall, I'm glad to hear that this one like ended things well and it didn't not
yeah,
do well.
It's a good bow. It's a good bow.
You know, out of the two of them I saw, I would give this number one.
Yeah.
What's the other
I
one?
don't
To the
remember
point
anything, but
Both Sven and Anthony were like, should I watch the other Mission Impossible movies? Yes, you should. They're like a solid B popcorn movie, like top tier B popcorn movie.
But my question is, why does he wear glasses when he goes into the vault?
Which one? In Tom Cruise?
Yeah, in the first one.
It's smart device.
Okay, I watched Ghost Protocol.
Yeah.
That's the one I watched.
Yeah, and I watched Rogue Nation. Ghost Protocol was fun.
Interesting. It came in late then.
Oh, and
didn't you?
also just want to give a shout out that needs none, but Angela Bassett as the president of the United States, just being Amanda Waller, but as the president of it, it's fucking amazing, man. It's so fucking good. Again, there's just so many callbacks. Like the story that we just did about like nostalgia from the past and like bringing everything back together. It's what fucking Mission Impossible Final Reckoning did, and it's so fucking perfect.
Good. Like honestly, good. I was a little afraid that they wouldn't pull off ending it. So I'm glad to hear they did.
The ending was very sudden in the fact that, again, spoilers, like they just all meet in Trafalgar Law and go their separate ways, and then everyone's basically cleared because I don't know if the task force is disbanded or whatever, but like just there's no reason for another movie. But like in 10 years, if Tom Cruise is like, you know, bank account's getting a little low, under a couple $100 million, they could easily just whip out another Mission Impossible.
Well, the church could use.
I'm going to call it right now here on episode 300, Mission Impossible: The Reawakening. And so
you've called this before.
Why would you put that out there?
I have, because TM, someone's going to start paying me for my ideas eventually. So, but yeah. That's what I had to say about Mission. But the Phoenician scheme is coming out, and I'm looking very forward to that.
I'm gonna have to look.
And the lady, by the way, is Katie O'Brien.
For what?
The lady that you was like.
Oh, the buff mommy.
Okay.
Buff mommy.
Yes, I would.
Yeah. Would you 100% agree with that? And again, I mean that in no derogatory terms at all. Yeah. Please.
Do not swear.
You know,
Yeah,
since we're
God, thank you.
Oh,
I needed that. I needed that. But yeah, the Phoenician Scheme is coming out. Also, speaking of the Phoenician Scheme, the Criterion Collection. I hope that you all know what I say the Criterion Collection is. Do y'all
Ain't that what the books
I
that Michael Crichton
do
writes?
not myself.
No. The Criterion Collection is just a massive collection of DVDs, VHS tapes, and things that are like in a vault that come out every once in a while.
Okay.
Like they're 4K restored ultra releases or whatever. Wes Anderson is having a 20-disc Criterion Collection being released from his first one, which I think was like Firework or some shit like that, to The French Dispatch. And so I'm going to be buying that just so I can watch The Grand Budapest Hotel on repeat. So
There.
there's a severe lack of Raphael Fiennes in my life, and I just need him more. So 3 weeks in a row we've invoked him, so just need to mention the curse, because I do not need that man dying.
Please don't.
I'd
No,
be
I
embarrassed that-
agree.
And I would literally call in for bereavement saying my Uncle Ralph died.
So, speaking of
Yep.
movie sequels, I
Yep.
wanted to bring this up on the show because I was messaging Anthony about this because I can't fucking believe it's happening, and I wish somebody would stop what they're doing and scrap it.
But money, Jared, but money.
Also, before I even say the movie, they somehow, for whatever fucking reason, have pulled Giancarlo into this, and I'm not okay with that, because he's way too good of an actor to be involved with this fucking thing. So a couple years ago, we got Jeepers Creepers Reborn, and it was really fucking bad. I for the life of me, could not understand why the fuck they decided to put it out. It had nothing to do with anything. Its effects were dog shit. It just shouldn't have been made. News has now come out, and I traced it back. They first mentioned it back last year in October, and then nobody heard anything until now. Hey guys, Jeepers Creepers 5 is coming this October. And I went, excuse me? And they went, yeah, we got Giancarlo in the cast. He's going to play an archaeologist college teacher, and they're going to discover his resting place and wake him up when he goes hunting. And I went, that's not how the creeper works. Pretty sure he just hunts straight through for 23 days, and you don't need to wake him up. Pretty sure he
every
just
23
does
days or
that on
23
his own.
every 23 years for 23 days he hunts.
And then I saw the description of they're promising more lore and a unique, bold direction for the creeper. And I went, I've heard that twice. You fooled me once with Jeepers Creepers 3. 4, I didn't even bother. You're not going to fool me again. It's not going to be good. Stop making them, please, for the love of God.
Sure, I'm glad that I don't give a shit about shitty horror movies.
Hey, now, hold up.
Kind of nice to be able to be
Hold up.
one step away from having to bitch about like reboots and
The first and
Hey,
second movie were perfectly fucking fine. We never needed a goddamn thing after that. And plus, 3 took them like over 10 years to make. Which,
Well, it should have taken them 23 years and 23 days to make, but here we go.
Hey Jared, you should look at your Snapchat.
I saw you send something, I'm afraid. However,
You
I
should use
do
my cock.
also... I kind of agree with the point, and I understand it, and I think it's another reason why they shouldn't be making sequels. It's hard to say you enjoy the first and second movie unless you say specifically only the movie. Because the director is a terrible piece of shit who should be in prison for the rest of his life, and is not, but he should be.
He raped people.
He did some terrible things with underage people and had not some, but a lot of videos that you should not fucking have. He also made a Disney movie like right before he had all that happen. But that's the reason why it's like, maybe we stop making sequels. Maybe just stop. We should have just stopped at 1 and 2 and been like, you can separate the director from what that is because those 2 movies were great. I don't want to acknowledge him. And it's like, now we're just making fucking sequels? Well, stop it. Stop it.
Stop. Speaking of sequels, Jared, check your phone.
So excited.
Sweet.
So excited. It looks so good.
August
Looks
4th, we're having King of the Hill official.
Looks like Peggy's on Ozempic, Hank's old, and Bobby looks exactly like I thought he would.
Yeah.
He's
he
essentially Bobby grew up to be me yet again. He's even got a fucking goatee. It's
I hate to say it, Mike, but
no.
yeah, that's
Fucking
yes, you.
Dead to rights. Dead to rights, man. Fucking
right
shit.
on. It's
Fucking
you.
Spot on. Mike Judge owes me royalties. That's what I'm saying. And I want that to be the name of this episode, Jared. Thank you. Name of this episode is Mike Judge owes me royalties.
So you can just at least you'll have an easy cosplay.
Yeah. I need to find a green shirt. I need to trim my beard a little bit.
Oh, shit.
You gonna be okay over there, Jared?
I don't think
I
he's gonna
didn't
be
see it at
okay.
first.
Yep. We see it now.
Yep.
It's the same
Nope,
haircut too.
when he said it,
The
yeah,
same fucking haircut. I need a blue shirt. Black. Here's the thing. I'm wearing the black undershirt.
if your nose was a little bit wider, you would be
Yeah,
a
I don't have.
ringer.
I'm gonna, if I like pull out the cheek, like that, maybe a little bit. Yeah.
Oh my god, we've killed Jared.
It only has made so much
So much does.
Uh-huh.
So wrong.
Uh-huh. No, I've been called Bobby Hill my entire life. My dad sells propane and propane accessories.
That is true.
It is. And it has been for a very long time. At when John was still working at Rural Bottle Gas and AmeriGas, when they were still over there in Grand Ledge, people would call me Bobby, and I would not understand why until I figured out they were referencing King of the Hill because I was a fat little blonde kid. So
Oh my
Here we go.
god. And you just ain't right either.
He ain't right.
Whoa. Whoa.
So Mike Judge owes me royalties, and I will say that till the day that I die.
Or he does.
Again, it was very easy
Reach
to
out to him.
age a overweight, awkward child, because that's what a lot of us turn into. Because we're not strong enough for a full beard, but we need something to detract away from the baby face. So that is why.
See, the thing is,
Goatee.
you just need to grow it out and just not touch, just like let it keep growing out. Eventually it'll give up and grow in.
No, I got sick of the
No.
beard, so
No,
I'll just go ahead and.
Anthony, I just want to say that is the
Uh-huh.
biggest load of horse shit I've ever heard in my life. I heard that my entire fucking life, and it is not true. It is just genetics, and it sucks.
Well, you also don't have product for your face like some of us, so
Yeah, I use
Jared-
Pantene.
It wouldn't
Jared
matter.
uses a 3-in-1 shampoo, body wash.
This is
I'd
not
say
true at all,
conditioner.
actually.
It's a lie. And
I'm
it's,
actually
a
very
body wash,
self-conscious with all of that. I'll be 100% honest.
body and face.
There is a reason my girlfriends were not allowed to
Fucking
look in my
tail
shower.
and mane.
I
Tail
feel
and mane.
girly when it comes to things like that. It's just the way I
Nah.
growing up the way.
Hey,
I did.
Jared,
There's
it's
nothing
the year,
girly about properly
Here.
trimming.
it's the year 2025. I have
I got
I have
a
4 different products
shampoo.
for my hair.
I got
and
a
my
specific
face.
conditioner. I got a body wash.
would hope
I have
so.
scrubbers. But
Well, I don't have
it's-
scrubbers, but that's no judgment.
Don't
Dude,
know.
no.
why. I think
Let me
it's-
explain something. I got Pantene shampoo and conditioner because I need a shampoo and conditioner. It is the most feminine product apparently I could have bought because I said it begins with a P at work, and all the women's like, "Oh, Pantene." All of them immediately. This is the best shampoo and conditioner I've had in my entire life.
See,
My hair's so soft and it smells so good all day.
Yeah,
see,
that's what good product does.
My ex got me into. There's a
Anal.
specific one. It's a Garnier specific one, but it's cocoa butter and like honey or something like that. I use those shampoo and conditioners because they were the best thing I've ever used in my entire life. But every time we go to shop for it, I immediately go, this is the one the girls get. I'm just going to throw it in the cart, and I'm not going to let anyone see me grab it because there's just something about it. I don't know why. Maybe because I grew up with a stepdad who was a little more ridiculed on things like that. But I use those.
Yeah, it was weird. We used to play Smear the Queer on the playground. It's fine. We've all done that, right? It's fine. Going back to King of the Hill, did you read the synopsis of the return pilot?
No, I've not.
After years of working in propane job in Saudi Arabia to earn their retirement nest egg, Hank and Peggy return to a changed Ireland to reconnect with old friends Dale, Boomhauer, and Bill. Meanwhile, Bobby is living his dream as a chef in Dallas and enjoying his 20s with his former classmate Connie, Joseph, and Chain. I don't know who Chain or Chain Wasana-san. Is Chain gonna be his friend?
I hadn't
Chain
heard that last part. What?
Chain Wasana-san, Joseph, and Connie.
They hated him. What changed? No, I'm curious.
Wasana-san. I mean, he's a chef in Dallas, so that's what changed.
Yeah, I can't wait for everyone to treat Bobby like he's like a prodigy and like the most amazing chef, and it's just Bobby being Bobby.
Oh, 100%. I can't wait.
Like I can see it right now. Hank goes to goes to the expensive steakhouse. He's like, I can't wait. This place is so great and everything. I can't wait. I want to meet the chef. It's the best cooked steak I've ever had. And it's just Bobby going, hey, Dad.
Yep.
What? I bet you. I almost bet you, he's going to make dishes like the God. What was the episode where he avoids going to the dance because he gets gout because he loves the food so much.
See,
when I was like, he became a chef, I'm like, I think he made fancier versions of that.
No, see, you're wrong, and here's why. Because in a later episodes, motherfucker, don't try to out-animation domination me, okay? The only thing is you might have more Simpsons lore than I do, because fuck that. Hot take,
I don't watch Simpsons.
Don't think The Simpsons is funny. Never, like, there's like 4
Neither do I.
episodes a season, maybe.
I've seen 2
I stopped
episodes.
watching, fell off hardcore after the movie. But there's an episode where it's Thanksgiving themed, and Bobby has to take a home ec class, which is like sewing and cooking, all that shit.
Yeah.
And he like learns how to cook and clean by reading like Modern Woman or Woman's magazines or whatever. So he already knows how to cook. And then I need to point you to like season like 8 finale or season 12 finale where they go to the Heimlich Community College goes to the beef, whatever it's like the beef competition. Hardbone, yeah. And he cooks steaks with his dad because he gets a Wagner Char King Jr., the Wagner Char King Imperial Jr.
That's fair.
And then also there is another episode where he learns to slow barbecue with the dough tree with Bill, because Bill's going to sell his family's barbecue sauce. It doesn't, because he throws a big celebration and no one comes because there's only 2 dough trees. It's him and his cousin. God, what is his cousin? I can't remember, but he's the gay man. So
he is.
He can't. So Bobby knows how to cook. There's other episodes just like that. So you forget he started with fruit pies and very quickly developed a palate. So again, don't try to out King of the Hill me, motherfucker.
Don't anyone could out Simpsons us, apparently. I thought at least one of us enjoyed it. I guess I was wrong.
Hi, my name is Anthony. I've been watching The Simpsons since I was like 30.
Okay, so there is one of us.
I'm kidding.
No.
I used to watch it when I was a kid.
Sure.
I can tell you anything you need to know about it. Go ahead, ask me any Simpsons related question. I can tell you exactly an answer.
Who was the famous saxophone player that died?
Bleeding Gums Murphy.
Yeah, that was an easy one. No, see, that's the issue is because
knowledge is so base that I know.
Yeah. It's fine. I'm trying to think of one, but I just don't care enough to recall it because there's like a podcast that I listen to. It's Blank Check, right? And David Sims, who's one of the co-hosts, is like he loves The Simpsons, and so he's like watched most of them. And he's like the issue with The Simpsons because it's been going on for like 100 years is like they had backstories for children in like a timeline, except when you need more episodes to fill, you have to fuck with that timeline. And so like at one point in time, they just adjusted to where Bart was born in like the 90s, and then Bart was born in like 2010 because that's technically 10 years from when they're currently doing episodes. So it doesn't fucking matter anymore.
Did you know that in the Simpsons lore, Homer invented grunge?
Yes. And I do know that. That was a fact that was brought up recently.
Yes. You should see the whole thing. He's dressed like Kurt Cobain. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Again.
Maybe.
So
you should see all the things. No, all you got to do is watch Homer's Enemy, the greatest episode, or the one with Hank Scorpio, and then that's all the Simpsons you need to watch. 2 episodes.
What's his name?
Hank Scorpio.
Nope. What's his name?
Hank Scorpio.
What's his name?
Hank Scorpio.
It's Mr. Plow. His name again is Mr. Plow.
Oh, you're doing a Mr. Plow thing.
Doing a Mr. Plow thing.
The episode where Homer makes Mr. Plow and then Barney steals it from him.
Yep. No, he steals Plow King. There's difference. I guess my base knowledge is probably more. Again, okay, so here's the thing. I say I don't have much from The Simpsons, but like FX does like especially on no, they do. But like on Saturdays and Sundays at like noon, they'll run King of the Hill for 2 hours, and then it's Simpsons for the rest of the night until there's a movie. So I've watched a lot of Simpsons. Who's Mr. Sparkle? Anthony, who's
Sparkle?
Who's Mr. Sparkle?
Oh god, Mr. Sparkle. I actually don't know Mr. Sparkle.
Mr. Sparkle is a mascot that looks like Homer that they use in Japan. Yes, the fish light bulb.
I didn't know his name.
Yeah, it's Mr. Sparkle. Fucking stupid. Mr. Sparkle. That was racist. It's fine. I'm trying to think of just other obscure things. Who does Lisa eventually marry?
Ooh, now here we get into the alternate timeline.
Yeah, we do.
See, she has married Nelson and Milhouse.
Yes.
Technically, Milhouse is the one that she marries the most often.
Yes.
I think currently in the current future timeline, whenever she doesn't become president, she's married to Zombie Milhouse.
Yes. But when she is president, she's married to Nelson, right?
Yes, I think that's
Mr. First. Yes, that's the one that I'm talking about. Yep.
Yeah, Jared. There's alternate futures in The Simpsons depending on whether or not Lisa goes to college,
whether or not what college she goes, who she marries. It's fucking fantastic. So
yeah, it's a whole thing.
Whole thing.
Bart becomes Justice of the Supreme Court.
Or he's just a deadbeat hippie that lives in the White House with Lisa.
Yeah. Don't get into it.
Don't.
Speaking of TV shows, I'll throw this one in here so that we have something, another thing on top of Mission Impossible that's relevant in the news, I guess. But mine might be controversial. I don't know, because I didn't give a shit enough to look up what other people thought. Last of Us Season 2, I felt disappointed. I don't know if everyone else felt that way, but I felt a little disappointed because we didn't know it was the finale, because that's like me and Redacted show that we watched every week. We got to the end of it and we're like, oh man, I can't wait for next week. Because, fun fact, HBO Max didn't tell you it was the finale right away. It just said, here's the date it released, and it didn't give a description. And I was like, no, that's only 7. The first episode was like 9. There's no way they're ending like that. They ended like that. And I went, I hate that. He rushed. Personally, I felt he like rushed through the entire second game and didn't flush some things out like he did in the first season doing the first game. But he also ended it on a cliffhanger that wasn't even like the ending to that game. So what the fuck was that? So I felt
creative control differences. See, the thing is that they had all the story. They had the entire plot. All they had to do was basically follow it. And how did they mess that up? I haven't watched it. I don't really care for The Last of Us. Didn't have a PlayStation. Fine. I never got into it. And I'm like,
first one.
Eh.
I've only played the first one.
Like, I'm about to say, I have no dog in this fight. All I will say.
I didn't play the second game, and that was only because it was not reviewed very well, and I heard the details about it that made people not like it. But I ended up watching a playthrough anyway, and there's just some things that would have been interesting if he had played with it a bit more. Like the warring factions, there's a bit more to that he could have played with, whereas they got like one episode about the war that the factions had, and then that was literally the finale. He gave you like, yeah, these two people fight. Oh, they're blowing each other up. All right, and skipping over, we're just going right over to this thing. And I went, but that's like an interesting thing you've kind of been teasing at. There's like a cult that's fighting like these people. Like, you kind of just skipped all the interesting shit. And like, you're just skipping right to a cliffhanger ending that doesn't really end anything. So that was just personally for me, I felt disappointed in how he went about that. I think he could have extended it at least one more episode to flush some of the other things out a bit more, but that's just me.
It happens.
What do you do? Everyone's a critic. So.
Jack off, marry Pedro Pascal. Not necessarily in that order.
Oh, speaking of which, Mike, did you? No, not that he would. Not that he's into all the Marvel stuff.
You jumped real hard into that. So, but like, go ahead. I thought it was going to be something derogative.
Jared said, I said fucking man. And Jared's like, speaking of Mike.
Yeah, speaking of Mike.
Well, you mentioned Pedro Pascal.
Out there with your whole chest, bud.
With Pedro Pascal, he is playing Mr. Fantastic, and a lot of people hated that. I saw a thing recently. There was almost someone else who got that role. David Attenborough. I saw that as well.
Nope. Try again.
Or what's his last name? Tennant. Thank you. I got them confused.
Nope. Wrong.
I'm bad
Try
with names.
Again. No, it's right.
But yeah, David Tennant. I saw he was very adamant about getting it, but that they chose Pedro over him. I don't really know how I feel if he had gotten it, but
you wouldn't like him if he would have gotten it. Here's the thing. I love David Tennant as an actor. He's a great Shakespearean actor. He was fun as Doctor Who. I really enjoy everything that he's in. He would fuck up Mr. Fantastic.
Really?
I don't think he could have played the role. I don't think that David Tennant. So, let's really dissect this. I'm going to need your guys' attention for 5-ish minutes, okay? Let's look at things. Let's start with the reboot series 9. Christopher Eccleston. What Marvel movie was Christopher Eccleston in?
He Thor: The Dark World.
Right, and he is a villain.
Yes, I was gonna say I don't know his name.
Right?
Yeah, he's the elf. He's the elf.
He's the dark elf.
Right?
Malekith.
Yep, Malekith. We're gonna skip over David Tennant for a second. He was in Harry Potter as Barty Crouch Jr., which was a villain. Let's go to hey guys. Let's go to our favorite movie of all time, Matt Smith, the 11th Doctor. What was he in?
Go ahead, Jared. What was he in? Are you fucking serious right now?
Yeah, no, I'm blanking. I lost you. I don't know Doctor Who, so now I don't know the name. Okay, yeah, Morbius. Okay. Yes, I don't know actors' names like that.
Playing a
villain.
A villain of an anti-villain story, so the worst type. We then go to Peter Capaldi, who in the Suicide Squad.
A villain of some kind, right?
A villain. He's the guy in charge
He's the
of.
Thinker.
He's the Thinker.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
Yeah. Now we do have to skip over Jodie Whittaker and Ncuti Gatwa right now, but because they're still kind of newer to the series. But that leaves us with Tennant. So if we stick to this, David Tennant would have played Doctor Doom as a villain, and he would have fucked it up like the rest of them. None of them are good. Even the Thinker is probably the best, and that's a DC property. Christopher Eccleston doesn't get to do shit in Thor: The Dark World. We're not going to talk about Morbius because it's not Halloween yet.
It's the best part of the movie, though.
It's true. So I get why it's fun to cast a British or UK, United Kingdom actor as a villain and have them do that, and I could see why. But if you it'd be like them recasting the role as Benedict Cumberbatch too, because Benedict Cumberbatch played Sherlock and shit. So again, David Tennant, a great actor, is not needed yet in the Marvel franchise.
I do also have to say,
That's fair.
Benedict Cumberbatch,
Yeah.
in Doctor Strange played Dormammu. That's right, the villain.
Dormammu, it's a villain. Yes, it's correct. He is Dormammu. A lot of people forget about that. But it's one of those things. So we have a history of Doctor Who actors playing what would essentially be a main villain in a property, and minus the Thinker, who gets killed off pretty fucking early on and doesn't have a whole lot to do in that movie other than the fact that he's just torturing Starro. It never turns out good. Thor: The Dark World is the most hated, probably one of the most hated Marvel movies. Even though I defend that movie wholeheartedly with my full chest, I love the Ether. Braino or the Thinker, whatever the fuck is name, it's fine. But then you have Morbius, which is probably the most hated sequence anyone could ever do. Just Matt Smith made a mistake, and that's fine.
Matt Smith was the best part of that movie. He didn't make a mistake, everyone else did.
His mistake is he was acting. I'm reading here. He was doing a job.
Yeah, Matt Smith was having a great time dicking around because he knew exactly what it was.
Yeah, he fucking knew. So that's why I'm saying no to that. So, and that's been my 5 minutes. So I'll get off my soapbox now.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't know. It popped up. I'm honestly a little surprised that they went that way. I thought you would have voiced that could have been interesting, just because I know you're more Doctor Who oriented. But to hear that, all right.
Here's the thing. Do I agree with the Robert Downey Jr. recasting? Not particularly. Do I see entirely why they're doing it? Yes. Do you know why? Because they're doing the exact same thing that Doctor Who did when they brought back fucking David Tennant for the 14th Doctor for that fourth special run. It's because Marvel has fallen so far off people's good graces, you have to re-ingratiate yourself, and that will work for these next coming movies, and that will be it, because that's all that happened, right? David Tennant was brought back to become the 14th Doctor after Jodie Whittaker for a 4-season run to tie up some loose ends, really build out the universe. It bought those 3 episodes plus the next season, and then finally in this most current season with Ncuti, it's getting really interesting because they're finally starting to harken back to a bunch of shit from even before. And so people are starting to give it a second loose. But without David Tennant coming back, and this is just going to be not a hot take, and it's probably the wrong take, and I'm going to get shit for it, Doctor Who would have died. Doctor Who would have died. It goes in swings and roundabouts, right? Every so often it needs to fall off, and then it gets rebooted, and it's fuck yeah, Doctor Who for 20 years, and then it falls off again. So
that's...
Guys.
Not that I've been dicking around, but I just got an email from Transformerland.
So you've been dicking around.
Skateboarding Optimus Prime is in their stock.
You need it.
He's $155.
That's way too much. You don't need it. You don't need it.
He comes with a headmaster called Shreddimus Maximus.
Shredimus.
I think it's Maximus.
I'm Shredimus Prime.
Oh,
And this message
guys.
goes all out to the ballers and Tony Hawk. What up, man?
Watch me rip this shit. I'm gonna
Grind
pop
it.
an ollie. Oh god,
Grind
I
it.
have to take over the conversation just to show you guys skateboarding
Yeah,
Optimus
fine.
Prime.
They have any action poses? If they don't have any action poses, I don't want to see him.
Oh,
God, are you fucking serious?
he has a ramp. I'm pointing the wrong.
It was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. That's dumb.
He turns into a skate park with a ramp.
That's dumb.
The skate park turns into a fucking rail gun. It's so
Jeez
dumb.
criminy.
It's just like, it's Transformers Land, which is great. I'll always highly recommend them. They're like, would you like skateboarding Optimus Prime? Yes, but I'm not
But
paying
also-
$155 for shipping.
No?
Like, let someone
Christ's
else
sakes.
who will enjoy it more than me get it. It's just like, fuck, it's so dumb. See, this is exactly what I was gonna say this on the fucking TikTok to the guy who said that Energon was the worst. Yes, Energon was terrible. Yes, Energon was the worst of the Unicron trilogy. Unfortunately, it is a okay show with terrible designs between two good shows with great designs.
This is very true.
And that's my opinion on Energon. It could be removed and nothing bad would happen. But sometimes you just want a big dumb toy.
This
Correct.
Is true too.
And like, I'm gonna get it. Can I do it while I'm still connected? Nope, I can't.
He tried, folks. He tried. He's just arms aren't long enough.
Well, the cord wasn't long enough, and I didn't want to risk knocking anything over. But like, a big dumb toy.
Big
Like, look at
dumb
this thing.
boy.
It's bigger than my fucking head. Oh, he's fucking great. And my favorite thing is the
People love your
tiny
video.
fucking Optimus Prime head.
I say people love it because it received so many goddamn my fucking notifications blown up from that one video. I don't understand. There's three different ones, but the one specifically has just kept going, and I don't understand why.
It's because everyone knows Energon is garbage, and they're like, "Oh my god, someone actually has the toy." Jared, I didn't even get to show you the fun part.
Judging by the comments, that's
Right.
fair.
Right? Does this work still? No. It don't work, but it has punching action. That doesn't work because it's a
fucking dumb.
old ass toy. These fucking missile launchers that are on the same thing, so if you fuck around with one, they fucking stick around. It's the dick guns.
The dick guns is funny. That was
He also has ass guns,
unnecessary.
technically.
What the fuck?
So
Is
dumb.
that
You know the
design?
best part about the dick and ass guns? They're not a part of any other mode. They have no other purpose than besides to be a dick gun. And then the fucking tumor on the back.
Even dumber.
That is just Optimus Prime's cab sticking out. Like, they couldn't have done it a little bit better.
So
Like-
dumb.
You can support the weight by the tumor.
See, I thought that there was something you were supposed to add or change. That's really
I
dumb.
looked up the instructions. I tried. I wanted to give it the benefit of being like, nope, it's supposed to be like that, but nope.
That's really dumb. Speaking of
It's just
really
dumb.
dumb, throw this in here as well because I had to judge it for myself, and it was really bad. Until Dawn was probably one of the worst adaptations of a game I've ever seen, and that's saying something because I mean,
go let the dog
There's
out.
been
I'll
a
be right
lot
back.
of 'em.
Okay.
But no, it didn't follow jack shit. It was probably one of the fucking worst. I really don't know what they were thinking. I really wish I did.
Does he have a headset still, or is he? He's not wirelessly connected, is he?
No, he's not.
Cool. You can bleep this then, but you know that stupid fucking Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be available much longer. I know. I gotta buy something for his birthday, so I figure that's pretty fucking good, huh? That's a secret between you and me.
Yep.
Okay.
That's gonna be an edit.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's fine.
Maybe. Well, Anthony doesn't listen to this back, so.
I know it's true. It's gonna be you and me,
Makes sense.
but you can't put this. You can't put this one on. You listen. You need to clip it and save it for like his birthday weekend, and be like, "Yep, absolutely."
Oh.
It's something stupid. So like, that's what I'm after for him. So
That's true.
you know,
It
is what it is.
That's fine.
Cool. But here we go. So damn. So happy birthday, Anthony.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Save that. You can clip this out. So that's what I was doing, but that's beside the point. And then yeah, no, and then before we were recording, again, I don't think I was invited to the birthday this weekend, Anthony.
I don't think you were either.
Yep. So I don't have to go, but I do have to take him to the airport on Wednesday morning, so that's fine.
What time Wednesday
How
morning?
rude.
A lot later than fucking ass crack of dawn with Jared.
All right, then. I'm assuming you don't need a co-pilot to.
No, because they're meeting me at work, and they're just gonna leave Tati's vehicle in the parking lot, so I will just be there, so it's fine.
I do have to say the super Optimus, the Optimus Supreme, the Omega Supreme. That's what the person said.
Yeah.
Has 4,100 views already.
Yeah, it's a lot for no good reason.
Yeah, I don't
I'm-
understand why.
It is people like it.
Yes. Oh, I am fully aware when it keeps telling me, "Hey, you've reached X amount of likes. Hey, you've reached X amount of likes." I'm like, "That's great. Why?"
I've
Go
got
to other
to talk
videos.
about. I gotta
Right.
talk about more of my dumb toys.
I did kind of get in, well, what I thought was going to be an argument on a completely different TikTok video, because there was a person replying with, but then it turns out not. He just worded the way he said it in an attitude way, but it was not, which got clarified in his second comment. But he said that you have a lot of things that make you have an impressive collection, but your shelves are too
thank you.
cluttered.
Yes.
That's the fucking truth.
I agree 100%. The problem is that I have limited space I am allotted.
That's what I
That's
said. I
very
was
true.
like, yeah, you try collecting, since I've known him in middle school. And like he tries to add more. It doesn't matter. He's got too much.
Also, my wife is like, "That is your area. You may not proceed more than that area."
That was like the second comment too, when we were actually having a conversation about it. He's like, I feel like he needs a whole room. I was like, fun fact, he did, and then he had 2 kids and a wife, and that went away real quick.
Yes, the kids do take priority over the toys. I would sell my toys in a heartbeat if it meant for my children.
That's college fund back there. That's what that is.
That is.
Are you
For
talking?
probably for Nova, probably not Orion. Let's face fact.
He has a little head.
We're gonna have all
Also,
of the footage
send
to
a
know
video
that
to
they
the guy.
existed.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I have these things documented in case there's ever a house fire.
I mean, that's probably.
You should
fair,
probably
too.
actually, honestly, like not to be mean, you should probably go and make sure that you have one extended replacement cost on all of your stuff, and probably increase your personal property coverage because
Yes.
how much in Transformers do you have back there? Just roughly.
Oh, God. With the rare
last time
things?
you
Yeah, with
estimated was
everything?
15K, but that was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I don't think 15K. I think it was 5K. I don't think I had 15K. I mean, with
Depending.
now that I've done the whole Robots in Disguise line, I have a few rare things in my collection. I would say about 10K now.
That's not
I have to go let the dog in because he's fucking mad that I let him outside.
We're gonna probably finish up anyway, so
Okay.
feel free to. It's been. I think we've got enough good content here. So again, like Judge owes me royalties forever. So yeah. Yep.
Stay on. Stay happy. Thank you. Thank you all very much for the 7 years of Oddcast.
300
Hell yeah.
episodes. And only
Jared as well.
14 different IPs stolen from us in that time. That's something that when we get bigger, our lawyers will be looking at.
Yeah, fuck you. All right, everyone, stay on.
God.
Stay out, everyone. Bye.
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 All right, I'll see you guys.
Later.
Got this up the recording. All right.
Stop that recording. Go get your dog.
Bye, fucker.
He's so rude. Hi, it's just me now. Just me. He's gone, but it's his room. I just wanted to come in and tell you goodbye, good night, stay on, thank you, goodbye.